Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. We've just been continuing where we left off and getting the fuck out of this place. You know, as you do. Want to follow the path? No, it's just a shortcut away. Going this way. Running as fast as I can. Horse riding, excellent. Yeah, I don't think I can help out there, eh? Let's just get the fucking horse. Thanks. Okay. Let's run away. There we go. Running as fast as I can. Getting the fuck out of this place. Excellent cutscene. Yay, rape and murder that we all want. Oh, nice. There's mounted combat. Run! Come on, I'm my guards again. Oh, come on. Oh, dear God. Okay. Strife! Off the beaten path. Okay, there's
Shit, this is the wrong way.
I know it's the wrong way. Trying to strife. You don't notice we got guys on our tails. Oh God. Get up here. Come on. Oh, fuck me.
Shit,
I don't know.
Almo gets to the left, along the stream.
Alright, you got a shrine, but I'm almost dead. I'm bleeding out. Strife. Gotta go down this path. Just keep on strifing, keep on strifing. Still bleeding, keep on strifing. Fuck it, shortcut through the forest. Well, long way through the forest, but okay. Let's see, do I have time to inventory. No, so I can't use it. Okay. Looks like I'm probably gonna bleed out. Okay, horsey. See me through this. It'd be nice if I could use those bandages. Okay, so maybe doing all that detouring wasn't the best idea.
Go! They'll kill you all!
Okay, so I'm reasonably close. Shut up. So that's my horse is staying off. Don't bleed to death. Fuck you, bling mechanic. Why?
Flee to Talmberg.
Looks like I'm gonna die. Oh, good. Fuck me. That was close as fuck. That's bullshit. I lost him by that point. I have no idea what you're saying.
Jesus Christ!
Help! Scarlet has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Alright, so another castle. I really like the attention to detail they did here. I know, I almost died. Very fucking close.
Someone give him a drink.
I think I need a
Bring
little
hot
more than a
wine and
drink.
bandages.
That's probably what I need.
Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
It's pretty fucked.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Alright.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Alright. Speak to some lord. That could have gone better, I have to say.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Yeah, they'll still have to siege it
Indeed,
for a
Sir
while.
Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us.
Didn't have much choice, eh?
Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Fast travel point. Excellent. Awesome. Discovered your beard. Awesome. So I guess I have like this place I can always come back to. Sort of how I imagine it will work. And you'll probably give me like a weapon and probably some good armor or something. Well, not good, basic armor. Oh, wow. What the fuck? I like this. This castle looks nice. I want to go explore. It's very realistic. The game went for realism, and they did a lot of attention to detail. Like the arrow slits, crenellations, useful. 2 layers of. So, because I have a wall there, so it's like 2 layers to shoot from. It's very nice. Little courtyard at the front with the well and everything.
Oh, god damn it, my stomach hurts.
Yeah. This is the donjon? Yeah. I'm guessing that's the Great Hall. Well, that'll be the main
You
living
fled from
quarters.
Skalitz. How did you manage that?
Well, I got on a horse. And I almost died. Let's talk to you. You want to talk for some reason? It was awful. Let's do that one.
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry too. These foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and the souls of beasts.
Heavens above!
I don't know how I could fail that.
They began murdering. They cut down anyone who didn't flee to the castle and destroyed everything in their path. Terrible cries of the wounded and the dying. I'll never forget it. It was only by some miracle I managed to take one of their horses and ride here.
My God, what times we live in. All the saints in heaven must have been watching over you to keep you alive. But don't fret, lad. You're safe here now.
Jeez, why is everyone doing that?
Hey, watch it!
Fuck you.
Folks these days.
Rude. Alright, let's talk to this guy. We're not
You've done
loads.
well,
Oh,
lad.
there we go.
I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Oh, that's
I heard
nice of you.
Be a bit more careful.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
That's where some servants.
Sir
quarters.
Divish has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous man and a good one. We'll take care of you until everything blows over. You risked your life to warn us, and we won't forget it.
Alright, so. Yeah, and then they'll give me some food, I'm guessing.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to
Fucking
wash it down.
huge bowl.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Alright.
Good night, man.
It looks like morning to me, but alright. Or at least noon.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Oh. I'm guessing I have to probably get an army or something. Call for help. Or do some scouting or something like that. We'll see. Ah, nice. So there's a lot of... I should just eat something, so if I go... I see. Oh my god, look how low my speech and charisma are. Oh wow, my nourishment was low as fuck. Let's eat the shit that's rotting. Oh, very nice. Ah, I'm also tired. Fair enough.
Please, tell me what happened at Scarlet's. I have kin there.
Oh, good God.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you soon.
I need to lie down before I split my face open.
Let's see what he wants to say. Might as well speak to him. It was awful.
It seemed like any other day. And then I saw thick smoke rising above the hamlet of Rovna. Soon, Sigismund's army were finished there and came for us. The order to attack must have come even before the alarm bell rang.
God preserve us.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they murdered my parents.
The Lord have mercy. I'm terribly sorry. May the Lamb of God comfort you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I am... Gotta go to bed. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. Let's actually take off my yeah, there we go. Ugh. Sleep. I might as well sleep for a night. Ah, yeah. So, the longer you sleep for the... That's a nice system. What? Oh, there we go.
The patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady...
Yeah, it seems awfully odd that a lady of the castle would come to.
No, no, not at all.
Yeah.
But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Yeah. Tell the story to the end.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunnish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunnish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunnish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
That's a Tim lie.
I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them, and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped, and I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Really?
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he let such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Probislavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
Now, there's a lot going on here too.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
A nightmare. Fair enough. I don't think that's what she said.
Help us.
Yeah.
Don't be a coward. Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Yep. that. Should probably put on all my shit. Alright. Do the battlements. Huh. Hey, there we go. Run, run, run. What?
What? Are you sick? What are you doing?
Well, they told me to go to the battlements. These look like battlements. So shut up. I guess you want me to. Ah, okay, here we go. Whoa. La 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 la.
Handle a siege.
The best thing.
Prepare for the worst, but don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
This guy again. Let's see what's going on.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
It's probably an ally force, I'm going to say. Yeah, it could be, you know, that could be like more training.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Rama?
Sir Ansel.
Ah.
What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep. Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big
So
hurry?
there must have been secret
It was a
exit.
bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat. I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened. Messenger? The lad you sent to warn us. He's alive? He made it to you? He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though. Thank God. A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away? Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left a storm in the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them. Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg? No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you. Well, what will you do then?
Well, he'll still
march to
attack.
Rattay. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile. You're right there. Is that boy still with you? I'm here, sir. You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Hovel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you.
Guessing he wants a
We'll
sword.
meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a troublemaker right there now!
Oh, Nicholas.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once.
rain stopped.
Understood?
Should technically be more stars in the sky.
What the hell?
Shut up.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Alright.
Be a bit more careful. What? What the hell are you doing?
I guess going up here will be a little better. Imagine something's going to happen, it's going to go to a cutscene. A signal fire? There we go.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Ah yeah, so that's teaching you the weighing mechanic. Alright. I'm guessing someone will come. I'm pretty sure it's a warning. There we go. Where are they? Down we go. I do like the combination they have of the wooden and the stone defenses, because it's how it was in real life. Back in the day, they didn't have like all stone defenses.
We're coming at the black scallops.
see how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Ratsik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratsik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
That is a fuck ton of men though. Yeah, I couldn't have to imagine having to leave from two castles. That would have been. The big bad of the series, I'm guessing. Well, I know the army's out there, I guess.
God be with you.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me,
Yeah, sure enough.
it's always about power and money.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defenses too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favored it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Alright, in dialogue.
Damn!
Shut up, you walked into me. Yeah, so I don't seem to have anything to do at the moment. Can't just talk to him. La la la. Oh yes, talk to villagers.
My respects to you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Votova is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny, if he hadn't already sold her long since.
Alright.
Have you seen his foreign soldiers?
The Crow Man?
Soldiers? Aye.
Sigismund's moved on. We've got nothing to worry about. And we can always come and take shelter here at the castle.
We'll be stricken like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Alright, Well, what do I do now? The other train. Let's see what you sell.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Yeah.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Right. Don't have much coin. I have 2.2. much does that sell for? Way more than I have. I feel like bandages will come in useful later. Yeah, well, there's not much I can do there. Oh, I can clean up. Okay, well. It's just to wander around for a bit, I guess. So yeah, I'll just sleep for 24 hours. Well, a bit. Sleepy. Yeah, sleep for 2 hours, I guess. Probably eat something. Save game. Aye. There you go, 100%. Oh, hang on, there were stats. Ah. Manly odor. Huh. Ah. Interesting. Yes. Ah, it's level 3. What level am I? Level 1? Well, that's just how many skill points I have. Level 3, so I can pick. Or do I automatically learn that? Huh. What's that? King. Okay. I don't really want to don't really want to get anything else that has like a double-edged sword type thing, you know. Is there something else I can pick? No? Okay, well, leave that. 2. That's the annoying thing, isn't it? What level strength am I? I'm level 4, yeah, I can pick that one. That one's other thing. Ah. Can't do that yet. Do that one, I guess. So I have nothing else anywhere else. Take no time. Character you can enjoy the moment. Start getting tired and longer. Duh. How do I actually level it up though? That's just talking. So these are all the derived stats, I'm guessing. Now, that's that. Just trying to figure out what I have to do. Yeah, well, I must be someone I can help out or something. What's the villagers say?
Sigismund's visit this morning was pretty alarming, wasn't it?
And no mistake. That army of his is enormous. It's a good thing Sir Divish is such a fine speaker, or they'd have squashed us like bugs.
Yeah, well, that didn't help. See what the guard has to say.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What do you think about the Skalitz folk?
It's a hell of a thing. First, everyone is shitting themselves that Sigismund is coming, and then it turns out like this. Praise the Lord, they got out of a siege.
Skalitz Castle is well fortified, all right, but I hear Sigismund's army is huge, and facing him is suicide. Sir Radzig did the right thing.
I need new clothes.
I'm sorry you didn't all manage to get away.
So am I.
Tuck all my clothes.
Thank you.
I reckon that Sir Radzig must be a good man, the way he looks after his people. But you probably know him better.
Not really. My father was forging a sword for him, and when he came to have a look at it, we exchanged a few words. That's it.
Then that's a fine lord.
So he
That
has
was
to
a
say.
tense moment this morning with Sigismund.
Sir Divish handled it masterfully. This is a strong castle. It should stand up to a siege, but Sigismund has an awful lot of soldiers.
Who are those peculiar mercenaries of his?
You mean the Cumans? No one knows much about them, except Sigismund enlisted them somewhere in the east. They're an evil-looking bunch, aren't they?
Not just looking.
Alright, well, that didn't help very much. I've got to find something to do. Alrighty. I wonder if he sells clothes. I didn't actually check that.
Better never to lend money to kin. It's always a nuisance.
Can we trade?
Oh,
If you've got the coin.
Alright, yes, you don't just have items. Oh wow.
You might throw in a groschen or two more for all the time I had. How much do I want for that?
Well now.
I was surprised myself.
Yeah, it's him again.
God be with you.
So exhausted everything with him. And I can't really talk to. I have no idea what to do. Who are you? You're just a random villager.
What's that then? Fruit worm?
No.
Villager. Guard.
Gone yellow and eaten through.
God up.
So these two seem to be having conversations, so let's interrupt.
My respects to you.
Is there another trader?
Can you tell me who I can buy something from or sell to?
You want Votovar, the fellow that fixes the weir at the Tamburg fish pond. He should be around the granary somewhere.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful, unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next.
Alright. I might as well just talk to everybody until I'm exhausted all the...
God be with you. What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever
Ow.
Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful unpredictable.
Interesting.
Them horrible visors on their helmets.
I've seen them all right. And you know what I heard from the merchant? Who heard it from the man?
Hey, let's talk to this guy.
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Alright, excellent. I've got a quest! I always have something to do now. Ah, so this will be the armoriers. Don't have a lockpick. Of course, I'm gonna have to buy one. Yep. Anything else? I like that one. Oh, very nice. Oh, bow wouldn't be bad. So it needs to be lockpicked. I also need take it all. La 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 la. I'm not stealing things. Right, but I do have to buy a lockpick, so go to the trader. Right, let's talk to you, sir. How much for a lockpick?
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Oh, 18. Jesus, I'm nowhere near enough for that. Okay, how do I get rid of... There we go. These don't sell for very much. Yeah, none of this sells for jack shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cancel because I don't have fuck all money. I'm gonna have to turn into a really good thief. Ah, new level of vitality. Useful. Alright. Well, I guess until I figure out what to do, I'll just call it a episode there. If you enjoyed, remember to like, subscribe, share, and so on. And we'll see you all next time. Have a great day.